today's edition of the program, My First Time in Parliament. Our guest MP for today is the Member of Parliament for the Lembele constituency in the Western region of Ghana. He is also the Minister for Petroleum. Having obtained a 58.2% of valid votes cast in the 2012 general elections, Honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi-Boah is currently serving his second term as a People's Representative of the Lembele constituency. We will be getting interactive with him on issues regarding Parliament and the constituency. Please stay with us.
The Honorable Ama Kofi-Boah is the current Minister of Petroleum and the Member of Parliament for the Lembele constituency in the Western region of Ghana. He was born on May 10, 1966. He holds an MSc from the University of Maryland in the USA and a Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. The Honorable Member has held a number of distinguished positions throughout his career, including the Postmaster for the USA Postal Services, Maryland. He's a Christian and is married with 2 children. The Lembele constituency is one of the 22 constituencies in the Western region, with Ngofo at its capital, where Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was born. The constituency shares boundaries with the Jomoro constituency to the west, Wasa Amenfi West to the north, Takwa Nyayem to the east, and Jomoro Ejura to the south. The major economic activities in the area are fish farming, crop farming, and commerce. The Ghana Gas project is also located in the Lembele constituency.
Well, I've always known that Parliament is a very important institution, one of the 3 critical branches of government, and I had always known, that, when we talk about government and the importance of government, you immediately think about the executive arm. But actually, Parliament is very critical in everything we do. And I think that in this 21st century, I think the role of Parliament also continue to change. And Parliament is really becoming not only an institution focused on passing laws, but it's becoming an institution which members are now very deep in the effort to develop our dear country. And so our job goes beyond simply passing laws and legislative instruments and committees and others, but we are also more of advocates. We lobby for projects, we engage assemblies, we bring them profit. So we are an interface between the executive arm, we work with private sector, we work with religious organizations, and our whole focus is to give hope and bring about transformation and changes in our communities. I think ultimately our purpose is to help to basically send development to our communities. And our charge as members of Parliament is to work as a team to make sure we get a job done. I've been lucky for almost the 8 years that I've been in Parliament to have worked in different committees. There is no way you can achieve anything if you do not have the good relationships with the members across party lines. And so we all work together to make sure we achieve results. And to me, that is very, very important. And I've always reminded, especially my constituents, when I go there and I realize that sometimes people take the politics a little too much and think it's life and death, I tell them, just come to the lunchroom in Parliament and you will see that we are all sitting there. Yes, we have disagreements over policy and issues, but I think we also have relationships. And the people of Ghana must, on a daily basis, be reminded that we are one people in the final analysis. If you look at how long we've been in this journey, and I mean the democratic journey, and if you look at where we are with work in Parliament, you will see Parliament open on a daily basis. But after 2 o'clock, you will see Parliament go into committees, dealing with critical issues that has to be addressed. I can assure you Parliament works 24 hours. Parliament works on weekends. And so when you see that a committee has finished its work and has laid a particular document, you will not know how much work has gone into it. But a lot goes into the work of Parliament. Parliament is a very important institution, and I think that we should continue to support the work of Parliament.
We hope you are enjoying the program. We are still with Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, the Member of Parliament for the Lembele constituency. We will take a quick breather here. We will return to continue the discussion.
Make sure do senior is see a general. Now come here, make us a do more dancer, just a heaven, and a democrat career. 80 malaria, where drown it, time herba mixture.
And young cool, the enemy to want me any dino. Where drown it, time herba mixture a dray. What bar what fell through, do a mark for any aquada when you feed you, with me and a dray be.
Kayo, set time on a TIME. Time herba mixture. I feel malaria fever be a done ziba a woman baby.
Welcome back from the break. Thank you for staying with us. The program is proudly supported by Time Herbal Mixture for effective treatment of malaria.
The road network in my constituency in the last 8 years has really improved, and the credit really goes to President John Dramani Mahama and his government. The road network going to my area in the last 8 years, if you look at that and you look at it today, you will see that the place has undergone major transformation. And if you look at all these parameters, I will say that the people of Elembele have been blessed in the last 8 years for the transformation that we have seen in all aspects of life. And don't take my word for it. I am sure that the development in the area speaks volumes of the work that has been done. We still have, first of all, how to continue to educate our people that when it comes to sanitation, it is in our hands. We have the power to make sure we protect our environment. We have to manage our refuse. We have to manage our environment and make sure we don't throw things around. We have been working closely with the Assembly, and I see a program that is really working. There are some areas that I would like to see better improvement than it is, but we continue to see improvements. It could get better, but I think we have seen progress. If you start from Benin, which is even the Jomoro district, if you go to Kengen, all the way at Tuambo, Anochi, Ngalichi, Ekwe, all of those communities now have good drinking water. And that is a big change. We also have had these small town water projects that is in Enyinasi. We have one small town water project that is almost completed in Esiama. We are going to have a lot of this, and so basically in my constituency, water is gradually becoming commodity, quite frankly, something that has been resolved in a substantial way. We still have pockets of problems in some of the remote villages, but we'll continue to work at it. But we have seen real transformation when it comes to water. Health is so critical that I made it a priority. I think one of the things I started with when I was in my first term in my campaign was that I wanted the people to know that I keep my word. And if you want to win the heart and soul of people, you need to keep your word. I told them that when I am elected, I will work to bring a mobile clinic. And that mobile clinic will go from village to village. And I'm so proud that this mobile clinic has treated probably more people than some of the clinics combined. And it turns out that it was even self-financing. And we were able to bring nurses on board. And one of the challenges we had was how to make sure that if you are attended to at the mobile clinic, you are covered under the national health insurance. We've resolved that, and now so the mobile clinic can go to a village, and you are classified as having attended a clinic, all right, because mobile national health insurance is accepted. And then we have done a lot of interventions. I have a list of communities that I've personally helped build CHIP centers. But there's some important message. Everybody wanted a CHIP center, and I had a simple message. I said, if you want a CHIP center, you start it with the community, and I will come and support you. And so communities basically started the initiative. I can tell you communities in Kwesi Krom, Nyambechre, Dubrim, they all started self-help, self-initiative. And we helped them build this CHIP center. And I'm very happy that the Ghana Health Service now made it a policy to try to make sure that we focus on that. Because in all the communities that we now have health centers, minor illnesses that were killing people is no longer the case. I'm also very thankful that we now have intervention and support from ENI, who has also supported ambulances to remote communities and CHIP centers. And in the combination of that is really helping us to see real improvement in health. Close with the assembly. And I think one of the success stories in my constituency has to do with how close I've worked with the assembly. And my view is that if you want to be successful, you need to find a way to work as a team. And I'm very proud about the collaboration with the Assembly and the DCE. We sit down in the annual budget and they decide that we are going to build 4 places of convenience. And the MP says he's going to build 4. So we know that this year we can build 8. And we target the communities and we do them. And so when we are talking about success, we talk about success in terms of working together. And we have seen a lot of that in the communities. I'm proud of what we've done.
From me, Paul Ahmed, my opinion leader. I am the sir, and did you more about Naman Yaba Casa? I fight toilet you. In fact, no communication to Finipa Auntie before the tour now. I'm a good boy and say, oh man, oh my boy. I'm proud of the say, I or yo, or baby see toilet no. No, now I make a crib or one before say, or per se, or your creans, and sana, or my crime, your beautiful. Yankuponado never for this, and a yin Buddha. And I from up to Yama Buddha and Yagma. Into Buddha and I, Jimabia, you can say a bear or no. Yaye, Messisia, a transfer of Baba, not baby, we am a command, no more you be up toilet. To see the Nimson up there, or ban or wine. You may be will come here from one in an hour in Namai.
My district was at the bottom in terms of education. Today, in the Western region, if we are not number 1, we are among the best 3. And that should tell you where we have come. I have said that we have to be number 1 in the Western region. I think we are close to being our goal. And I've told the Director of Education, we have to have tangible resource. And now I can point to schools that are really one of the top schools in the country, not the Western region. And we are not only engaging the schools that way, we are also engaging teachers. I facilitated annual awards for teachers. I engage teachers. We try to understand their challenges, and we make them feel that we care about the work they do. And I think those interventions has helped in all of the success we have seen. As part of the oil and gas capacity building of the ministry, when we discovered oil, the government needed to make sure that institutions, universities, technical institutions, polytechnics, are all prepared to train people. And we were so focused on sending people for master's degree abroad and all that. But what we really missed was that we need to train people at the lowest level, the technicians, to know when somebody says he's a welder, he should be a welder in a way that even in the upstream sector, when they hire him, he's able to weld underwater. We didn't have the equipment. And so Kikam Technical Institute was lucky to have been one of the technical schools that has been selected. Under the program, we've invested $2 million or more to make sure we can have all the equipment to train students in different areas, electrical works, in welding, fabrication, and make sure that they can come out as technicians that are employable. More than that, we're also working with the National Vocational Training Institute to also start a certification program in Kikam. You know, if somebody here is a mechanic and he can fix the car, we have to send him to some kind of program to have a certificate. One of the things I tell the young people is that if you want me to tell you what we are doing about your job and your future, it's about making sure you can have skills through these programs. And I believe that this is very important. So I think we are grateful. We're very grateful.
We hope you are enjoying the program. We are still with Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, the Member of Parliament for the Lembele constituency. We will take a quick breather here. We will return to continue the discussion.
Time heba make sure do senior esi ejeno na kamia make us me do more dancer just a heaven and a demekwa akọwie enti se malaria we dra ne time heba make sure
enya nunku de nanum ato a wontimi enidie no we dra ne time heba mixture adurei waba wafa afuro de o ma akwada no fo ene akwada a woni mfie dumienu wontimi enum adurei bi
kayo set time no eye time time heba mixture afi malaria fever bi adani ziba e wo mu nu be
betu akọ.
Welcome back from the break. Thank you for staying with us. The program is proudly supported by Time Herbal Mixture for effective treatment of malaria.
Youth employment, skills development. Let me tell you that, first of all, let me say that this is one area that gives me sleepless nights.